Hey guys, I'm Jill Powell, and today for our video we are going to be doing an Ask the Expert, and what that means is I'm going to be answering your questions that you have posted and give you my answers on the spot. So all of these questions today are from my Facebook group, and if you haven't joined already, please do so. It's called Jill Powell Glam Squad, and I interact with you. I answer your beauty questions. I post questions sometimes because it's all about empowering each other and just sharing knowledge. So if you have questions about products or anything, please join my Jill Powell Glam Squad and we will get your questions answered. So these questions today are from a post that I did asking 4 questions for the Ask the Expert. So thank you for those who participated and posted questions. And I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Okay, so my first question is from Micah Michelle Flora. Thank you for posting this. It says, how to get the perfect cat eyeliner and what products to use. So for this one, it definitely depends on the eye shape because perfect cat eyeliner is different for every eye shape. There's so many different products you can use. Personally on myself, I prefer a liquid liner with a really thin brush. I don't prefer the liquid liners with the sponge tip. I find that the brush is easier for me to work with. I have a very steady hand and I can just get a really clean line with liquid liner. On other people, a lot of times I will use a gel liner because if you're doing liquid and halfway through they like blink all of a sudden, you can easily mess up your cat eyeliner. But with gel eyeliner, you have a little bit more control because it's a drier, gel consistency. So if they blink, you have a little bit more control and you're able to pull back. You can also start your cat eye with a pencil and clean it up or make it more precise with a liquid liner or gel liner. There's just so many different options out there, but a video might be better suited for this because trying to get the shape is different for every single eye shape. So I'll potentially try to get a video up because I'm gonna have to work with different eye shapes and kind of mash it together. But also this is something I will be going over in my online courses, which are launching this year and I'm super excited about. So I will be going into depth on different eye shapes and how to get different liner tips and tricks for each eye shape and what best suits that eye shape. So if you're a makeup artist and that's kind of what you're looking for, definitely the courses are gonna be something that you're gonna wanna look at and check out. And again, they're launching this year. But otherwise, I will definitely try to get a video up soon. So thank you, Mike and Michelle Flora. Okay, next question. This one's from Adam Camacho, and he's a makeup artist actually, and I know this because he posts in my group, and I've gotten to know him on social media, so I follow him on Instagram, I think, or I've checked out his page on Instagram, and he does a lot of bridal makeup. I can't remember where you're from, Adam, but I want to say it's somewhere in the middle of the United States, like maybe a Chicago or something. But he says, what or who do you turn to for inspiration to always be relevant in the makeup industry? This one's really important. Honestly, I turn to a lot of things for inspiration. I am one of those people that I'll see something in nature or on a building or just like a color scheme, and that always inspires me. I turn to other people. I'll get inspired on clothing. That's why I love shopping, because I find that seeing different color combinations on clothing or patterns really sparks inspiration in me and in my makeup. As far as staying relevant in the makeup industry, I will say I have been kind of lucky to always have that like gut feeling on a trend even before it comes out. Matte skin was very, very popular for a while, and I just started loving just a little bit more of a glow, a skin-like glow, and it was before highlighters came out. And I was trying to figure out products to use, and there was like some highlighters out there, but I would start using them, and then it just became a huge trend. And even contouring, I remember when contouring was huge, and Smashbox came out with this amazing contour palette, and I was like, this is amazing, we need this, everywhere. And that was back in my Sephora days, and it was before anyone really contoured, and I feel like Smashbox was on the cutting edge of that as well. But sometimes you just see a product or have this gut feeling. I did do Fashion Week for many, many years, and that you're always on top of the trends, you're always ahead of the trends. So if you're a makeup artist and you don't really get those same gut feelings that I happen to get, I would say watch those Fashion Week videos, spring, actually films, or the Fashion Week for spring is in the fall, and the Fashion Week for the fall is in the spring. So you're ahead of the trend essentially, and see what those makeup trends are, see what people are using. And obviously not every single one of those is going to translate to everyday makeup, but you will definitely see color schemes, you'll see emphases, whether it's a brow emphasis or a lip emphasis, or you know, a certain accessory or a certain color. So those are some great ways to find inspiration. I'm not going to answer every single one of these questions because we're going to save some for next time, but I will answer this one. So Bridie Little, or Britty Little, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. She says, what do you use to clean your brushes with? I will be actually doing a video soon on brush cleaning and my techniques and what I do, so that you can learn how to take care of your brushes, because they are super important to keep healthy and sanitized and conditioned. You don't want to clean them with dish soap or anything like that. Synthetic ones you can, I guess, but natural bristles you do not want to clean with anything you wouldn't wash your own hair with. I personally use a brush shampoo at night when I deep clean all my brushes, and I wash them under the sink, shampoo them, squeeze it all out, lay them flat to dry, fluff them up when they are done, and you do want to reshape them when they're wet as well. When I'm doing a quick clean between clients, I will use a quick clean brush cleaner, something like Cinema Secrets brush cleaner. And actually there's another comment later from Tita Svai, or Tita Svai, I'm not sure. And she asks, what is the best way to quickly sanitize brushes in between clients? I run into this when I'm doing a large bridal party. I end up using like 50,000 brushes. So I do use something like the Cinema Secrets brush cleaner because it has a little bit of alcohol in it, so it sanitizes, but it also evaporates very quickly. So your brush will dry quickly. It's kind of the quick dry phenomenon, I guess, because of the alcohol in there. She also does say that she's used the Cinema Secrets, but it's very strong. The scent is very strong and it could be off-putting to clients. The suggestion I have for this is put it in a spray bottle and only spray a little bit on a tissue and then quickly clean. I noticed that if you're dunking your brush in it and cleaning it like that, then it is very strong. But if you're just using a spritz on a tissue and sanitizing it that way and not overusing too much of the product, it will definitely help with the scent. There's also so many other brush cleaners out there. There's organic brush cleaners, there's cheaper ones. There's a Sonia Kashuk one from Target. I did try that. It's not as strong of cleaning as Cinema Secrets, but it definitely does not have a strong smell. So I would, just go out there and try a few. And if you guys have any suggestions on your favorite brush cleaners, I am always willing to try new products. So either post in my Facebook group or leave a comment down below in this video. And I would love to try some new brush cleaners as well. So let's find out what's great. All right, so the next question is from Ashley Uskanga, and she actually used to work with me at Sephora back in the day. So hey, Ashley, I'm so happy that you are part of this community. I think you work at MAC now, which is awesome. So you are asking how to make it look natural when a client wants full coverage but has freckles up the whole neck and chest. So that can be really difficult because you do want to match the face to the rest of the body. So if you want to make it look the most natural, you either need to conceal the neck and chest as well, or you need to let the client know that you can make the face as full coverage as possible if she wants all of her freckles covered, but that it's just isn't going to match completely. I'll be honest, I have freckles. I'm sure that you guys have seen me a few times without makeup, but I do have freckles everywhere. I have them on my neck and chest. I have them all over my arms, and I do wear a medium coverage on my face, so you can see some of my freckles through it, but I do cover up a lot of them. And personally, when I go to an event, I do put a little bit of makeup on my chest just to kind of even it out because I don't love the differentiation. But I think if you are, contouring the skin and working with the different colors, you can make it look pretty natural. I guess it depends on how freckly that person is. So if they're super freckly, you could potentially full coverage the face and then add some freckles back in with makeup, kind of where the client wants them. It's kind of a hard thing, but if you're covering a tattoo and they have freckles, that's definite must. You can't just have clean skin and then freckly skin somewhere else. If you're covering that tattoo, I would for sure add those freckles back in on top of that. As far as the face, a lot of people with freckles just like to cover up their freckles on their face. So sorry, I hope that answers your question. It's not the best answer, but just being honest. So Casey Fitzsimmons asks, what has been the highlight of your makeup artist career? Ooh, I've had a lot of highlights. Honestly, I really feel truly blessed to not only do what I love, but I literally put makeup on people and I paint faces and I make them feel confident, and I get to express my artistry and my creativity every single day. I mean, it really is the best job in the world, and I grew up wanting to be a makeup artist. I went to college for something completely different because I was told by many people that this couldn't be a full career, and sometimes I pinch myself because I have made it a career and I'm living my dreams and I'm exactly where I want to be, and I am so thankful for every single step of the way. Some of my highlights, I mean, honestly, I am very thankful that I have been able to work with Demi Lovato for the past 7.5, 8 years. I've traveled the world. I've seen so many amazing things. I've had so many amazing experiences that I never would have had. I didn't grow up with a ton of money, and you know, I always had dreams of traveling, but it's expensive. So I was able to travel for work and, you know, support my family while doing so, have amazing experiences, work with amazing people. She's amazing. She's absolutely beautiful. So to be able to create these amazing makeups on her face every day has just been a true blessing. So I think the highlight is definitely my travel and some of my experiences while traveling. Okay, so Marietta Kayerchiska, I don't know if I pronounced that right, so I'm sorry if I butchered it, but Marietta asks, what do you think about retinol and chemical peels? What signs should I look out for to know when to start using retinol or any anti-aging treatments? Love you so much. Keep inspiring all of us. Big heart. Thank you. I love you too. And I'm glad that I inspire you. So Marietta, anti-aging treatments definitely should start at the first signs of aging. So retinol is one of the more aggressive anti-aging treatments. So I would start that when either a dermatologist suggests it or an esthetician or someone with a little bit of beauty and skin knowledge. I personally just started using some retinol products recently, and I'm in my late 30s. I was definitely seeing signs of aging, fine lines, wrinkles, dark spots, loss of elasticity, those types of things. You don't want to start retinol too young because it definitely is one of the more aggressive anti-aging treatments. Chemical peels, again, those, if your esthetician suggests it and feels that you need it, I think that that's something that can really resurface the texture of the skin, brighten. It's really, really awesome for that. You do want to make sure that you are following proper protocols as far as wearing SPF every single day, staying out of the sun, really hydrating your skin as needed, and just taking care of it because these are more aggressive anti-aging ingredients. I would say, depending on your age and depending on your skin, start out small. So start out with different collagen boosters if you're losing some elasticity or bounce in your skin. If you're noticing dark spots, definitely up your SPF. You can start using a vitamin C. If it's really aggressive dark spots, you can step into hydroquinone or something more aggressive. Just as long as you are not pregnant or breastfeeding, that's not suggested for pregnant or breastfeeding. And then again, there's so many different anti-aging products out there. I constantly try new products and I constantly try to see what's great. Glycolics, lactic acid, those are kind of your chemical exfoliators. Those are great as well for fine lines, wrinkles, resurfacing, large pores, dark spots, brightening, any of those things. So I would definitely do baby steps and kind of gradually increase. And if you get to the point where you feel like you need a retinol, talk to a professional, and if they agree, then that's where you can start a retinol treatment. But again, retinols can really dry out your skin and they can be very aggressive. So I don't use a pure retinol. I definitely use serums with retinol in it. So it's still the moderate anti-aging levels, I guess. I don't know. So that's what I suggest for that. So if you are super young, if you're like in your early 20s, I don't know if you're ready for it, but if your skin is super damaged, you may be. So it just really depends on the person, and I'd kind of have to see their skin to make a better judgment. Okay, Anna Massa asks, no flashback products, question mark, long-lasting makeup look, question mark, recreate a Demi Lovato makeup look, question mark. Okay, so as far as no flashback products, this is very important. There are so many products that can create a flashback, and that is where you have to be really careful because you don't want to either have the ghost face or you don't want to have the white under your eyes because of flash. And when you're working with celebrities, paparazzi, there are thousands of flashes when they step out, and this can be a huge huge thing, so you need to be very careful. Some products that create flashback, so anything with a physical sunscreen. So what a physical sunscreen does is it bounces light. It bounces the sunlight off your skin to protect your skin. So if you have a physical sunscreen, for example, like titanium dioxide, that is a physical sunscreen, it will bounce light off of your skin. That means if you have a flash, it is bouncing the light back and making it look more white. So you want to avoid products with titanium dioxide in it for no flashback, or you want to layer something on top of it that absorbs light, for example, a bronzer. So you never see their contour bouncing light if it is just a matte bronzer, because that is going to absorb light. So that is going to create the color that the camera or the flash sees, and it's not going to bounce the flash off of it. So sunscreens are very important. I tend to avoid products with SPF for my red carpet, because red carpets, there's a ton of flashes. So you want to avoid stuff with SPF just to be careful. It can also just be the layering of products. So sometimes if you are baking and you're using a translucent powder that has maybe something that bounces light. So I will say a lot of HD products, because they blur, they're bouncing light. And if you're using them very lightly, it's okay. But if you pack them on, that's where you're gonna see that light bouncing. So if you've ever noticed those pictures where the celebrity has kind of that white, like flaky cast under the eyes, it's because one makeup artist trick is to pack a lot of loose powder so that when you get fallout, you just dust it away. But if they were using an HD powder under there and they didn't dust away enough of it, then that's bouncing the light and creating that white cast. It didn't look like that in person. It was just because of the flash. So that is what I would say for flashback products. So again, avoiding SPF, titanium dioxide, and any HD powders, you want to just put on very lightly. They're not meant to pack on. Long-lasting makeup look. I posted a video that goes into some tips and tricks I have for creating long-wearing skin for an event, but definitely hydrating the skin, making sure that there's not too much moisture left on the skin before you prep it, and then priming the skin with some sort of long-wearing primer. You can use long-wearing foundations. Sheer layers are really important because they will set a little bit better and make it more long-wearing. And then if you really want to make sure that it will last all day, you can definitely set with a translucent powder as well as a makeup setting spray. So it's kind of a whole spectrum of products, but if you really want something to last, if you're getting married or doing wedding makeup or going to an event that you will not be touching up at all, then those are the steps that I would take to make sure that lasts. And I will be recreating some Demi Lovato looks in some upcoming videos for sure. And so you gotta stay tuned for that. Okay, so Yvette Garcia Ramirez asks, where is one place you haven't traveled to in your makeup career? So I have been to quite a few places, but I do have a bucket list and I have a few spots on there that I have not traveled to. And shockingly, I've not been to Japan. I've been to the airport in Japan on a layover, but I have not been out and about in Japan. So that is definitely on the top of my list. I've also not been to Thailand, and I really, really, really want to get there. So those are definitely two places I have not been, as well as the Greek islands. I haven't been to Santorini and Mykonos. I haven't been to any of those. So those are high on my bucket list as well. And there's a few more. I haven't been to some of the other tropical islands like Bora Bora and Turks and Caicos. So I'm definitely looking forward to some of those places as well. And other than that, I really have been to quite a few countries. I have lost count. I have a full passport that is like ½ an inch thick, and then a second passport as well. So I do love traveling, and I can't wait to do more of it. And Christine Gustafson asks, what is one product you wish existed in the makeup space? What would it do? And I will be honest, I replied to this and I said, I may be working on one right now with the emoji. So there is something that I have been working on for quite some time, and it does not exist yet, which makes it a little bit more difficult to create because it's not a private label. I'm not just gonna throw my name on something that was already created. So I'm starting from the ground up, and it's an amazing innovation, and I think it will make everyone's lives so much easier, and I promise you will love me when it comes out because it truly is a life changer. And I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope I can get it out soon. It's definitely just a lot of work and takes a lot of time. So I am working on it, and stay tuned. And just so you guys know, when you do create like your own line or your own products, it is a long, long process. So stick with me, I promise. Hopefully it will come out at some point, and I am consistently working on that. So Kim Frey, maybe Fry, but I think it's Frey. Kim Frey asked, hi Jill, what are some products you are totally willing to spend the money and splurge on? And what products do you feel you don't need to cause you to break the bank? Okay, for those who know me, and you guys are gonna laugh, I am so frugal. I do spend a lot of money on makeup. That's actually one thing I have no problem spending money on, but I really do love a good deal. I love a discount. I love things on sale. I love to save my money. That's just kind of the person that I am. I like to be frugal. And I'm sure a lot of you guys like to be frugal or live on a budget, because you know, we gotta save for a rainy day or save for retirement, because I don't know, I'm scared about retiring. So some things that I think you can save on. Honestly, mascaras. There are some amazing drugstore mascaras, and I will go and try a bunch of them. I do love a lot of expensive mascaras too, don't get me wrong. But I do think that you can save on mascara. I think there's some quality drugstore versions that are very inexpensive, and you can definitely save on that. Eyeliners, there are, again, really quality drugstore eyeliners. There's some waterproof ones, there's great liquid liners. So that is another place that I would say you can save on. And I even like the Sephora ones, which are like 12 bucks, so they're just a step, you know, above in price point than a drugstore version that might be like, I don't know, $9. So, you know, definitely saving where you can, using coupons, finding sales, things like that. Some of the things I splurge on foundation a lot, because I'm all about skin, and I really find that high quality foundation really makes a difference. I will say there's quite a few drugstore foundations that I have fallen in love with, but I do always go back to my expensive foundations. That's just one thing. And skincare. I spend a lot of money on skincare. I think as I age, I think it's really important for me to feel comfortable, to have good skin, and to combat my wrinkles as much as possible. I was not blessed with great genes for perfect skin the rest of my life. My mom actually has really, really good skin, but I think just in my genes, you know, we wrinkle, we get saggy skin, we have like the saggy necks in my family. So it is what it is, and I am just going to fight time as much as I can by using high quality skincare products. So that is another place I splurge on. There's also a lot of lip products that are really inexpensive at the drugstore, and those are high quality. And maybe, you know what? I think I should do a drugstore versus prestige brand video. Would you guys like to see that? If you would, let me know which products you want me to feature in that. Maybe you have some great drugstore products that you love, and I can compare them with a prestige brand or a higher priced item. So maybe we'll do a little drugstore versus prestige brand challenge for a video. And if you want me to do that, leave me a comment below. I want to hear what your favorite drugstore products and what your favorite prestige brand products, and how you want me to compare them. And that wraps up my Ask the Expert for today. So hopefully you enjoyed these questions and responses. And from this video, we actually pulled all the questions from my Facebook group, which is Jill Powell Glam Squad. I will link below if you want to join this community. It is an amazing community full of awesome people, and we just share a lot of beauty tips and knowledge. And who doesn't want to get more knowledge? I mean, I know I do. So I post in there, I answer questions. So join our group. It's so much fun. And if you are interested in even more knowledge and getting all of my inside beauty secrets, tips and tricks on becoming a makeup artist or furthering your career as a makeup artist, I am working on an online course, and you can email below at info@jillpowellglam.com to get more details on that. So stay tuned, and thank you for joining me. Thanks again for watching my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment below what you want to see next. All of the products used in my video are also linked below. And if you want to see more, follow me anywhere at Jill Powell Glam. Thanks again.